Hey, welcome to Diversity in Cinema Academy. So today's video is going to be all about my process of getting ready for a videography gig that I will be shooting tomorrow. So the first thing that I do when I get ready for a shoot day is to go through my checklist to make sure that I have all the equipment that I need, and then I test the equipment. So since I need to do that today, I thought I would take you along for the process. Now, if you're new to this vlog series that's all about videography, you can go back and check out the first video that's all about creating a project proposal and a project management calendar. And then the second video, I took you through my whole process of doing a location scout. So if you want to catch up, be sure to go and check those two videos out because they will probably really help you out as well. So if you're new to my channel, I'm Theta Catalan, and this is the place to be if you're an indie filmmaker, video creator, and screenwriter. Okay, so while I'm going through this whole entire video, I will be showing you different types of equipment, and if you're interested in any of that equipment, just go ahead and check out the links that's below. Now let's get into it. The first thing that you need to do is create a project management calendar, and I discuss all of that in the first video in this vlog series. So I suggest you go check that video out because I show you how to actually set up this project management calendar. And within this project management calendar, I create a task for equipment. And in this task, I include in the description box all of the equipment that I need. So this is my checklist, and I just lay out every single thing that I need for the shoot. So if it's my camera, the tripod, light set, computers, microphone, this whole list of things, I lay it all out. Now, if I don't have every single thing that I need, then I create subtasks within this main task. So if I have to order additional equipment, such as if I need, backup batteries, or I need another SD cord, or I need another tripod or whatever, I would add into this order additional equipment. And then once I get all of my equipment, I test the equipment, which I'm going to be doing today, to make sure that everything is working, like say for instance the gimbal, to make sure that it's all balanced. And then if I need to rent any equipment, like if I need an additional lens or anything like that, then I will add that as well. So those are the things that you would do when you're creating your checklist. And once you have completed everything, you would just come up here to mark complete, and you will click that and it'll say it's all done. So the first piece of gear that I am going to recommend having is your cell phone. But before I get into that, here's my friendly reminder. Please hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you won't miss any of the video content that I will be sharing with you all about this videography series or anything that has to do with leveling up your film business. My cell phone will be something else that I have with me on my shoot. The reason why is because it can also be a backup camera, and it most likely will be used for my behind the scenes videos. Now, the next piece of equipment that I will have on my video shoot is the camera. I just recently bought the Nikon Z30 because I was looking for something that was user friendly, and this camera is definitely user friendly. So if you're not a person who's really good with cameras just yet, this camera is perfect for you because it has great autofocus, it auto white balances, it also automatically sets the ISO for whatever room that you're in. So if you're not great with lighting and light meters and all that, this camera automatically does that for you. This camera is great for what I need for this videography gig because basically tomorrow I'm going to be shooting 5 interviews, which is talking head videos similar to what you're seeing right now. And then I'm also going to be capturing some B-roll of my client walking into the building and walking through the lobby and then going up the elevator, and just some cool B-rolls of the actual law office. So this camera is great for all of that. I don't need a whole bunch of bells and whistles. So that's something that you need to think about when you're deciding to get a camera. Okay, so besides having my cell phone and my Nikon Z30 as a backup, I am going to also bring my Canon 60D. I really do not want to use this camera because it is not user friendly. That's why I decided to get the Nikon Z30. And if you want to know more about the Nikon Z30, be sure to check out my video that I did when I first got the camera, because you'll see all of the great benefits that camera has in comparison to this 60D. Now, to be fair to this Canon 60D, I bought this back in like 2012, I believe. So obviously it's just not up to the same standards of a 2022 camera, but it is still usable. I used it for a great many of these YouTube videos before switching to this Nikon Z30. So I'm just bringing it just in case, because you never know when you can have a hiccup and you need something to shoot. I probably honestly would go and use this camera phone before using this 60D, because the cameras now on these phones have great quality. So, but I'm still going to bring it, and I'm going to also bring the microphone, the Sennheiser microphone that I have for it. The reason why this is not my microphone of choice is because it needs a battery. It has great sound. So if you get this Sennheiser, it has really great sound. It's just that you always have to constantly remember to turn on and off the microphone so it won't drain the battery. But make sure you have some kind of backup. The next most important gear that you need to have on your video shoot is the microphone. So obviously we need to have a great visual, but we need to have great sound as well. So what I will have with me is my Rode microphone, and it works great for talking head videos. And so that's what I'm going to have with me. It's going to basically be sitting up on my camera, and I don't have to have this whole, you know, big setup for the sound. I'm also going to make sure that I bring this wind muff with me when I'm on the video shoot, just in case when we're outside, if there's any wind out there, I'll have this on the microphone, and so it'll help, you know, diminish a lot of the wind that you might hear in the sound. And I'm most definitely going to need some lights. So if you saw my location scouting video, I am going to use natural lighting on one side of the face. But if you was to notice in that video, I showed where it seemed a little dark in front of the face. So I'm going to have lighting for there. And then also the other side of the face was a little dark, so I'm going to have light in there. So really I just need a 2-light kit, but I'm going to bring my whole three light kit with me just in case, because you never know. You have those backups. Something can happen to your light set. It can fall, it can break, and you'll have all 3 of your lights. So I'm going to do that. And the light set that I have is this GVM. I don't know if you can see that, but that's the light set that I use. It's really affordable. I think it was like $300 and something, and it's really easy. It's convenient. It's an LED light. You can set it for warm light settings, or you can set it for like daylight settings. It can even be battery operated. I do not have batteries for it since I'm always mostly at home with these lights. I just plug it into the wall, but you have the option of getting batteries for it. So it's really easy to set up. It comes with the stands right here, and then you basically would just take the light and put it on top, and you would lock it in like that. And then you can, however high you want it, you can, you know, that's what all of these are for. You just loosen it up. You just loosen it up, and then you pull it up like that. So it's really easy and convenient. It's light. It comes in a bag, so you don't have to worry about trying to carry all of that separately. So that's what makes this whole set convenient and easy to use. I'm also going to bring some extension cords with me, because you never know how far the power outlets are, or if they're going to be functional or whatever. And so you always want to make sure that you have some extension cords with you, so you if you need to run it to a whole nother room, you'll have this available for you. So I'm going to bring these with me. Another light that I'm going to bring with me is this little light that I can put on top of the camera. And this is for when, if we do any walking and talking, and since I'm not going to have my light kit throughout the whole building, this can keep light on my client as she is talking. So I'm going to bring that. And it's a great little light. You know, you just turn it on and it's really bright. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really bright. And you can turn it up. You can turn it up and down for how bright you actually want it to be. See the lighting on my face? Looks good, huh? And what's really cool about this light is that it has a little section up at the top where you can slide the microphone on. So I really like that. And I was really looking for something like that because I wanted to make sure that I was able to still get light and still have sound without it being complicated. Okay, so if you have found any value in anything that I have shared with you so far in this series, go ahead and hit that like button and let me know, and let that YouTube algorithm know. It really does give me a boost in the algorithm. I'm also going to bring this cool little tripod with me. It's flexible. You can bend it to whatever you want. It's really good when I am trying to capture, you know, video, like if I'm trying to get feet passing by. If you want something really low on the ground, you can really like bend this to whatever you want it to be. So I'm going to bring this with me because I do believe I am going to be capturing some B-roll, you know, from the ground. Another thing that I am bringing with me is my gimbal. And one thing that I need to do is to test this. So I'm going to put the camera on here to make sure that it is balanced. And the reason why I want to bring this with me, because when I am capturing any of the B-roll, I'm more than likely going to be doing a lot of walking, and I want to make sure that the shots are steady. So that is what this is for. So if you want nice, clean, steady shots, then I suggest getting a gimbal. And it's really affordable. This one is a Weebill. I got it off of Amazon. It was only like, I believe, like around $300 something. Make sure that you have a multi-purpose tool with you, because you may have to lock in some of this camera equipment, and you can use a coin. Like I have used a dime, but because I have fingernails, it makes it really difficult for me. All right, now the next piece of equipment that I'm going to take with me is my tripod. I got the Victiv. I don't know if you can see that, but anyway, this tripod is really sturdy and it's good for what I personally need, because I'm not doing anything that's really, you know, with super heavy cameras or anything like that. So this is a perfect tripod for me. The reason why I got this one is because it can get up to, I believe, 8 or 10 feet. So besides pulling out the legs, it can also extend to the top and get it, you know, so you can get really up there if you need anything where you're really high up. So that is why I got that. And it came with a bag, so that makes it perfect for when I need to travel. I'll have this bag to put the tripod in. I'm also going to be bringing another tripod for my camera. It's going to make it really easy when I'm catching the behind the scenes of me setting up, because obviously I'm going to need my Nikon Z30 when I'm doing the setup. So I'm going to actually bring it, and you see it's really small, it's really light, and it's easy. And I can also use it as a selfie stick. So that is my other tripod that I will have with me. And like I said, I suggest that you have that as well, because you want to capture your behind the scenes videos. All right, so another thing that you need is a SD card to capture the video. So I personally use this SD card. It is 256 gigabytes, so it really should be able to capture everything that I'm doing on that day. But if not, make sure that you have a backup card. So I'm going to use the one that I currently have in the camera, which is 32 gigabytes, and then I have this one, which will be my main one. Another way to back up your footage is to also have a portable hard drive with you. I personally use this Western Digital one right here. I believe it's about either 2 or 3 terabytes. It's a My Passport Ultra, and so I'm gonna have this on hand, so if I have to download the footage from my SD card, then I will use this portable hard drive to put it on. And so that means if you're going to be dumping footage, you need a computer. So I'm also going to bring my MacBook with me, so I'll be able to dump the footage onto the hard drive. Be sure that you also bring additional batteries. So I made sure that I have the battery charger and then an actual battery as well, and so this will stay charging the whole time I am doing this shoot, and if my battery runs low, I can switch out batteries. I will also bring the additional battery for my Canon 60D, just in case if I have to use that camera again. Hopefully I don't have to, because Lord knows I don't want to, but I will have my additional battery. And I also have my camera bag, so basically all of my camera equipment will go inside of this bag. So I can put the camera up in here. Of course, I would take this lens off to make it easier to get inside of the bag, and I just put the lenses inside. Then I'll just take this microphone off. You want to make sure that you protect the camera, so you'll put your cap back on it so you won't mess that up. And then you just put it in the bag. And the last thing I like bringing with me on my video shoots is to always make sure that I have my Future Icon Leading Motion Pictures notebook with me. I take this everywhere with me just in case if I need to take notes. Plus, I already have some notes written in this notebook with the questions that I'm going to ask and just a little bit of information about the interviewee, so I can understand how they relate to my client, like what's their relationship and everything. So that's already all written in here, so I'm going to also have this, and I suggest that you have some kind of notebook with you. And if you want this notebook, you can get it on Amazon. Okay, so next week's video is going to be all about the shoot that I'm doing tomorrow. So I'm going to go through that whole entire setup for you so you can see exactly what you need to do when you have to do a videography gig. So that's it for this video. Please let me know in the comments section what was your favorite part of this video, and if you have any questions, let me know and I will get back to you. All right, now if you have not looked at the other 2 videos in this series, go ahead and check it out now.